They'll cheap, Gallo, or McIntosh apples, 2-pound bag, just $3.99. Fresh Purdue chicken drumsticks, $1.99 per pound. Kraft mayonnaise, 30-ounce jar, special price, $5.59. Carnation evaporated milk, 410-gram tin, only $1.59. Sargento sliced cheeses, 6.7, 8-ounce packages, hot price, $3.99. All stores open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Thursday, the 22nd of November. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us. Word tonight that the Fairmont Southampton Hotel is involved in what have been described as meaningful talks with Miami-based investment firm GenCom to purchase the South Shore property, which has been up for sale for some time now. If the name GenCom sounds familiar, it could be because the firm last year acquired the Rosewood Bermuda located in Tuckers Point and has since carried out a $25 million renovation of that property. Contacted about the purported sale of the Fairmont Southampton to GenCom, a spokesperson for Fairmont told us several parties have expressed interest in the hotel, and the group is currently in discussion with one such entity. However, any details of those discussions will remain confidential. It's understood should ownership change hands, the Fairmont Group will continue to manage South P, as it is popularly known. According to its website, GenCom owns, operates, and develops prized real estate around the world with an emphasis on luxury hotels, resorts, and branded residential properties, and is also an active owner of and investor in hospitality operating platforms. Well, the Bermudian National named new Deputy Commissioner of Police from among a field of 7 applicants, all of them local. However, it appears criteria used in the promotions process in the past were omitted this time round. Gary Moreno has the story.
The successful applicant, Superintendent Darren Simons, will take up his position as Deputy Commissioner at the end of March next year upon completion of the College of Policing's Strategic Command course in the UK. Police Commissioner Stephen Corbishley explained the selection process was not an easy one, as all 7 candidates were suitably qualified, but the 25-year veteran was ultimately given the nod.
I'm delighted it's Mr. Simons. Mr. Simons currently works in the intelligence field. He's an exceptional police officer with great understanding of local community needs and great understanding of the role that he will now step into. I'm very pleased as well because certainly the work that he's done around our change programme highlights that he has Bermuda in his best interests, local community needs, what victims want, and some of the perhaps more difficult challenges that we've got to face.
Even as the selection of the new Deputy Commissioner was being carried out, we reveal and the BPS confirmed there were a number of grievances filed against the promotions process. The Commissioner adamant, though, those matters were in no way related to the Deputy Commissioner decision.
There is a grievance against a previous promotion process, an inspector to chief inspector process, and grievances are entirely right to do because people who feel that they've been treated unfairly have a right to be heard and the matter's looked into. But that matter is entirely separate from the Deputy Commissioner's process.
Among the concerns expressed by members of the BPS as they relate to promotions is the personal development review, which at least one officer claimed had been used to disqualify them as a candidate for the Deputy Commissioner's post. Not so, says Mr. Corbishley.
This process was held by Government House and directed by His Excellency the Governor, so that particular protocol didn't apply for this process.
While Mr. Simons may have been the successful candidate, it is understood Superintendent Naima Astwood was a close second, the Commissioner making special mention of the officer.
I'm delighted for Naima for the work that she's done, and she demonstrated herself exceptionally well in this process, and I look forward for her development in going forward in the future. And in regards to her performance, she's also been recognised with the opportunity to attend the UK College of Policing Strategic Command course, which is probably the best policing course in the world.
Elsewhere, Governor John Rankin, who is responsible for operational policing, expressed confidence that Superintendent Simons will serve Bermuda well as Deputy Commissioner of Police, bringing his wide range of skills and expertise to the role. Gary Moreno, reporting for the Bermuda Broadcasting News.
And the Deputy Commissioner-designate expressed his gratitude on being selected, something he says he will not treat lightly as he carries out his new role.
I'm particularly grateful for this new opportunity to serve Bermuda, to serve the community in this new capacity. It would be absolutely remiss of me not to, first of all, thank my family, who without their support, encouragement, and as my wife is off to remind me, patience, I don't think I would be here today. They're the absolute rock in my life, and they support me in what I do. And I think further to that, also, there's a number of colleagues that have been particularly supportive of me and encouraging me. The role of Deputy Commissioner is particularly internally oriented. And it's within the context of our very ambitious change program that I plan to put my energies around people, processes, performance. And I think I'd also like to just say that this is the BPS is a big family, right? And there are women and men, both police officers, support staff, that get up every morning and commit themselves to making Bermuda safer. And I'm particularly proud to be part of that family.
And we'll have more for you after this short break. Stay with us.
What do you really want, Bermuda, when you're shopping online and getting your online orders from there to here? You want fast service, you want ultra-friendly staff, and you want the lowest possible price. With over 16,000 members using Mailboxes Unlimited U.S. Express service, we are the least expensive on the island by far. 80% cheaper than the couriers. We'll get your packages from there to here fast. That was easy.
Sign up for a U.S. Express account today.
That was easy.
You can count on us.
Snow White cauliflower, only $3.99 each. Fresh assorted pork chops at $3.49 per pound. Freshly baked apple or pumpkin pies, hot price, $6.99 each. Scott Comfort Plus bath tissue, 4 rolls, only $3.49. Save $1 on Vieira's Portuguese rolls, hot price, $4.79. All stores open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Treat yourself and your loved ones this Christmas at Diamonds International in Dockyard. Dazzling diamond rings, including this stunning ring creation from Crown of Light. And for men, iconic watches from Tag Heuer. During the holidays, there is 15 to 75% off all merchandise. And this watch as a free gift with every purchase. Plus 5% of all shopping proceeds will be donated to the LCCA charity. There is nothing comparable on the island to the truly outstanding collection at Diamonds International in Dockyard.
Win a trip or two to the 2019 Trinidad Carnival. When you purchase a car from Bermuda Motors, your name will be entered into a draw for a chance to win an all-expenses-paid trip for two, including flights, accommodation, and tickets to the Trinidad Carnival. Visit Bermuda Motors on Church Street or bermudamotors.bm.
Well, scores of residents are expected to stay up late tonight to take advantage of those numerous Black Friday sales on offer from local retailers. This year's retail activities are seen as timely in light of several months of successive declines in the important retail sales index. Tarai Trott spoke to the Chamber's Retail Division Chairwoman Paula Clark today and filed this report.
6 straight months of declines in the retail sales index, the vital indicator used to assess the health of the economy. Retailers say they are offering several initiatives to stay competitive and generate extra business. The Black Friday sales are part of that strategy. The chairwoman of the Retail Sales Division of the Chamber of Commerce, Paula Clark, said contrary to rumors, retailers are on board this year with Black Friday.
I've only heard of one store that isn't participating, that's People's Pharmacy. But I do know that People's Pharmacy do have a great offering all year round. So the fact that they've chosen not to participate this year, I don't think is any reflection on the event itself or on the company, because People's Pharmacy is a great company.
Despite the recent downturns in retail sales, the Chamber of Commerce wants you to know companies continue to work to offer the public a variety of products at a reasonable price.
But the challenge really is that we need to increase the population. And we're looking, even though we're looking at sales against 2016, really the peak sales in retail were before the big world downturn, economic downturn.
The relaxation of immigration rules isn't the only thing the Chamber is hoping government can assist with. Retailers are keenly aware of some of the new taxes planned as recommended by the Tax Reform Commission.
We are in constant contact with the government, and they have been listening very intently to our concerns. And what we're asking for is fairness in taxation when it comes to payroll tax. We want to be treated the same as other sectors.
While online shopping may be the trend, residents are reminded of the importance of brick-and-mortar businesses, which is thought to account for 90% of the U.S. retail market.
And it's pretty much the same here in Bermuda. So although people are talking and shopping online more, it's still just 10% of the total retail spend.
Ms. Clark, who is also the Chief Executive Officer of Gibbons Company Limited, pointing out the Black Friday initiatives her stores will be putting on from Thursday night.
Well, we're staying, our home store is staying open this evening. That's Thursday until midnight. It's a very successful evening shopping event. Our main store is staying open till 10 p.m. tonight. And then we're open bright and early, first thing in the morning. Not so much bright, it's still dark, at 5 a.m. So both of our stores will be open from 5 a.m. and staying open to 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. So our teams are really geared up. I don't know if you know, but we bring in excess of 30 additional seasonal helpers, workers, to support our existing teams through the holiday period. And of course, those are all Bermudians.
Tarai Trott reporting for Bermuda Broadcasting News.
Thank you, Tarai. Cheaper energy and more economic stability. That's the view of the supporters of the Bermuda Better Energy Plan, which is one of 8 proposals put forth to the regulatory authority for consideration on Bermuda's energy future. An expert in the field who also developed the plan says $265 billion was invested globally in renewable energy infrastructure in 2017, for the first time surpassing investment in fossil fuel energy. Bermudian engineer Chris Rawboys also answers a few questions asked frequently about the plan. The public has just 8 days left to decide its energy future. One proposal is the Bermuda Better Energy Plan, developed by Mr. Rawboys, which considers 64% of the island's energy to be generated using renewable sources. He warns that countries are becoming more aware of the risks in investing in traditional energy generators, as new laws or taxes may arise as a result of mounting pressure to tackle climate change.
Last year, $265 billion was invested globally in renewable energy, and only $103 billion was invested in fossil fuels. So globally, investing in renewables is normal, and investing in fossil fuels is effectively becoming riskier.
A major concern of some members of the public is the capital costs of a new solar or wind plant on the island.
We take the capital costs, which is one of people's concerns. And then we also take the operational costs, which is another concern that some people have had. And then we add in the fuel costs and also the cost of financing the system. So all the costs that people are quite rightly concerned about are factored into the calculations that we've done. And they're also factored in over a 20-year period. So we're not just looking at a single year.
Another common concern of transitioning to renewable energy generation is what happens when it's not a windy or sunny day. However, according to Etude, there is a way around intermittency.
When there's less wind available, you use more fossil fuels, and when there's more wind available, you use less fossil fuels. And so what we're proposing in Bermuda is exactly the same as is done in dozens of other countries, where you simply maintain your fossil fuel generating capacity, but you use it for a much smaller amount of the time.
Sustainability charity Green Rock, who is in support of the Bermuda Better Energy Plan, argues that solar energy is free and thus reduces energy bills to all residents.
The government has made it very clear that they intend to lower the cost of electricity on the island. And what we're saying is that renewables provide us with a far better way of doing that. Renewables also keeps more money in our economy.
Another claim is that energy costs would be fixed and not fluctuate.
It could really add up and cause a lot of stress because you don't know what it's going to be 1 month to the next. Imagine if over time that fuel adjustment decreased and eventually went away. And that's the opportunity of renewables over time.
The deadline for submissions on what you'd like Bermuda's energy future to be ends next Friday, November 30th at 5 p.m. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties at their end, we don't have the AccuWeather forecast for you tonight. However, the Bermuda Weather Service says high pressure will build in from the west tonight, ushering significantly cooler conditions across our area, which will persist through tonight and tomorrow. It'll be mainly cloudy but dry into the weekend. However, during the late night on Saturday, a developing low to our southwest will bring strong to gale force winds, rain, and a risk of thunder, clearing later on Sunday. Look for a high of 64 degrees tomorrow and a forecast low of 59. So in other words, if you haven't pulled out your winter wardrobe yet, you may want to make a start. We'll be back after this short break.
My name is Kevin Roberts. I'm a taxi driver / ambassador. My father's was BF&M, so am I. Half of my family always been seemed to be with Bermuda Fire Marine. I tried a different provider at one time, but I wasn't too happy with the competition. Because then it took too long to settle claims. They questioned every claim, and I never really had that problem with BF&M. I'm quite happy with it.
Bermuda Broadcasting Company and lead sponsor HSBC is pleased to present the annual Christmas Boat Parade 2018. Join me, Keeble the Captain Burgess.
And me, co-host Diane Carlson, live from the flagpole on Front Street as we bring you the latest on the decorated Christmas boats in this year's competition on Ocean 89 starting at 6:30 p.m.
We'll have special guests joining us for interviews during the event. This live coverage of the Christmas Boat Parade on Ocean 89 is December 8th. This special presentation has been brought to you by lead sponsor HSBC.
At Argus, our interest is you. Each of you. Around here, we know that when two people seem the same, they can have very different insurance needs. For their health, home, work, and future. Which is why we take the time to get to know you as an individual, so we can provide insurance coverage that fits your life. Because after all, our interest is you.
I'm Tony Waterman. Coming up on The Breakdown this week. Hot, hot, hot. We dive headfirst into insurance-linked securities. Billions of dollars are being raised, and Bermuda is at the center of it all. Plus, ignition. The race for space has gone commercial. We'll take a look at the role Bermuda can play in the $400 billion industry. That's Thursday at 8 p.m. on ZBM TV 9.
Thanks for staying with us. A warning for new parents tonight. Start planning for your child's college education now to avoid staggering education costs when they turn 18. That message comes from George Hopkins, visiting from Canada, who heads the Heritage Education Fund's international program, which has been selling college fund plans to Bermudians for 3 decades. Mr. Hopkins told us it is a really easy process for parents to start college fund through a company such as his, which claims to offer returns of up to 6.2%.
As a matter of fact, to study in the United States, it's about $100,000 of American dollars to study there. So you have to really start and plan to do that early and start savings early. What we find is that most parents, when they're young parents, the last thing that they ever think about, because they're worried about their baby, and the baby's crying and needs to be fed and diapers need to be changed, so they're not thinking about 18 years from now. And so our representatives, through word of mouth or through their own efforts, get a hold of these young parents and encourage them to begin savings right away. But because we've been in Bermuda for so long, and Charles Jeffers is one person who's been selling here for 50 years. He's actually sold to 3 generations of customers. That he's getting word of mouth and people are coming to him. But grandparents are coming back and asking that they buy plans for their children as well. So what we can do is just more awareness so we can have to Bermudians about saving for education and knowing about our plan. It'll just be beneficial to them.
And Mr. Hopkinson says the children of parents who prepare for their college funds have a much higher probability of going on to post-secondary school education.
First of all, the principal, the contributions that they made comes back, can go to the parent or to the student at that point in time. And then the student gets 3 educational assistance payments. That's what we call them. So 3 payments over the 4 years. So the principal typically goes towards their first year, and then the educational assistance payments go towards their payments in the second, third, and fourth year of their education program.
For more information, log on to heritageesp.com. Insurance-linked securities, a multi-billion-dollar market that you've probably never heard of. It's a way for insurance companies to diversify their risk and raise capital, and it's an area that Bermuda is dominating. On the breakdown tonight, Tony Waterman explores this exciting new area for the insurance industry and what it actually means for everyday Bermudians. Here's a tease.
Capital that came in over the last 5 to 10 years has definitely changed the market. It's evolved the market. Pricing is different. People think about, we don't have the cycles that we used to. So it's what they call now a flat cycle. So where it used to be you would have these big catastrophes, the market would have this huge uptick, which would mean that insurance companies and buyers of that coverage would see higher rates. Now you don't see those cycles like we used to, which is much better for homeowners, for insurers, for everybody that has risk.
You can catch that entire interview tonight or the breakdown with Tony Waterman at 8 o'clock on ZBM TV9. So to come, sports coming up right after the break.
Join us for the annual Christmas parade Sunday, November 25th at 5 p.m. in Hamilton. Bring the whole family to get into the Christmas spirit. There will be free goodies for the kids and great entertainment for all. Experience new dazzling lights and floats as Santa makes his way along the parade route. Kick off the holiday season Sunday, November 25th at 5 p.m. with the Marketplace 2018 Christmas Parade.
From the very beginning, it was always our singular focus to do whatever it takes, use every possible resource to fight cancer, and never lose sight of the patients we're fighting for. Our cancer treatment specialists share the same vision. Experts from all over the world working closely together to deliver truly personalized cancer care. And these are the specialists we're proud to call our own. Expert medicine works here. Learn more at cancercenter.com. Appointments available now.
Christmas in Bermuda is a special time for most of us. Unfortunately, for some families in Bermuda, there's no warm Christmas. This year, many families will be in need. It's the 30th anniversary of the Lions Clubs of Bermuda and the Marketplace, helping share the Christmas spirit, so let's help take care of each other. Shop at any Marketplace, shopping center, Modern Mart, or A1 stores, and purchase extra tins of non-perishable items. Once you have purchased these items, place your food donation into Santa's bin located at the front of the store. The Lions Clubs will collect your food contributions and assemble them into hampers to be delivered to the families in need around the island. Christmas comes once a year. Help make it a special time for every family in Bermuda. Sponsored in part by the Bermuda Broadcasting Company. Share the Christmas spirit.
Sussex professional cricketer Delray Rollins says his form in T20 is all right, but he must solidify his place in the 2 longer versions of the game. Rollins and former national coach Clay Smith will be holding 2 junior camps next month. Mike Sharp has more.
Well, basically, since Delray came back, he told me he was back for the holidays, and I just talked to him, and they said it would be a good opportunity for him and I to do a camp. So we're going to actually do a camp here at Whitney on December 1st and 2nd for 8 to 11-year-olds, and then December 8th and 9th for 12 to 16-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. When Clay came to me with the idea, I thought, that's a pretty good idea to, try and help the youth and pass on some knowledge. But, most importantly, hopefully they have fun. But, no, I'm looking forward to it, definitely.
Yeah. What's the idea, Clay, behind the camp? What sort of skills and drills and what can they expect for those and how much?
Yeah, well, we'll do a variety of drills. Obviously, we want to just work on basic fundamentals of batting, bowling, and fielding. And we also incorporate some games to make sure that they have some fun involved as well. And again, they'll have an opportunity to sit down with Delray and ask some questions so they can get some feedback. The whole thing of it is basically him giving back to the players, the young cricketers, and then being able to tap into him and get as much knowledge from him as possible while enjoying themselves as well.
Let's talk about Sussex. And when you look back at the season, you're playing with both teams, first and second team. When you look at the season, what comes to mind?
Yeah, I think a positive one for me. Definitely. I guess you can say they sort of solidifying my spot in one format. And which is the T20, obviously, and then again, getting to finals day in that same format was something that I'll never forget. As my first season playing in the T20s. But no, yeah, positive one. A lot of learning from it, definitely. But no, looking forward to the 2019 season and what it's going to bring.
Is 2019 the breakout season for Rollins?
Yeah, hopefully. Like I said, obviously played the T20s last year, but this year looking to sort of push for the other two formats. Definitely the 50 over. I'm looking to sort of solidify a place in that as well, and again push to find a spot in the Red Bull team. But no, just looking forward to it. Looking forward to keep enjoying what I'm doing and keep pushing further.
And does he still have the desire to play for Bermuda, or is he concentrating now on Sussex?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Obviously, still want to play. But I think sort of everything has to be right for myself in terms of not making sure I'm not missing any cricket back at Sussex or anything clashing with any potential England setup. So I think that's probably the main thing, making sure that just everything over that side of the world is sorted before I say yes, okay to coming back here.
Sure. And I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports. Meantime, 3 visiting high schools from Florida, Chicago, and Jamaica will take on Bermuda's best during the Wolfpack International Basketball Tournament at Barclay Gymnasium this weekend. Tournament Director Chris Crumpler explains.
This event will start tomorrow, Friday, at the Barclay Institute with 2 games, a pool play starting at 1:15 with our opening match, the Bermuda Wolfpack basketball team versus Crossroads from Chicago, Illinois, followed by Camperdown and Boca Raton at 2:30 for the following match.
We now hear from the visiting coaches and their expectations in the tourney. Linton Alice of Crossroads Christian of Chicago, they face Bermuda in their opening match Friday afternoon.
I guess it's our welcome to Bermuda, but we're excited to be here, so we're ready. We're ready to go, and I know they're ready. We were kind of both in the same gym a little bit yesterday, doing just getting a couple shots up. So they're excited, we're excited, and so we're looking forward to a great match.
Bermuda's coach Jason Lowe is confident the local team can take the title.
We're definitely excited. Like you said, we got a chance to see them warm up and shoot around yesterday, and they got some good basketball players. So I was very, very happy to see that our guys are going to have an opportunity to play some very good basketball players. We're confident. We feel very good about our chances of winning and winning the whole tournament.
Nyan Hurd of Camperdown, Jamaica, are in a no-nonsense mood, preparing to take on a team from Florida.
Any given time you're going up against a team in the States, it's normally a good fundamental team. But Camperdown is a very disciplined team, and we're playing good basketball, great basketball locally. So we're here to represent, and of course we're confident too that we can take this championship.
Randy Reed is the head coach of Boca Raton Christian, Florida. Also fancies their chances.
Looking forward to it. We're looking forward to all the games. Like I said, when we were here before, it's just a great experience, both on the basketball court. I mean, this is literally, for us in Florida, this is the week of our preseason.
And I'm Mike Sharp with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
And thank you for tuning in this evening, and happy Thanksgiving to our American viewers. I'm Jasmine Patterson. Enjoy the rest of your night. Bye-bye.
Jasmine Patterson's wardrobe and makeup is provided by Gibbons Company.